guys, this is Kayla.
And this is Becky, and we're with a couple of Bees Read.
Yes, and we are back after a very long unplanned hiatus.
Life has just been very hectic.
Yes, and on the publishing side of things, I finished my horror novel that I've been writing, and I finished it like mid-October, and was like, oh man, I'm gonna read a bunch of scary stories and relax. And well, then I got an email from my publisher about something I can't quite talk about yet.
But good news.
But very good news. And now I need to write another novel by January.
Yeah. And you have a great outline for it. So
I do.
I know.
So got about 15,000 words that I've written this past week, actually, just within the week.
Very, 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 very busy.
Yeah.
And I've been in and out of town. Wayne and I went to the beach for a week, and then I've been quilting up a storm, and so just all kinds of things going on. But into our weekly wine, Middle Jane. Love Middle Jane. And if you don't remember the story behind it, the matriarch of the family, her name was Jane. And because she was such a strong woman and supported her family and did all these great things, every female in the family middle name is Jane. And therefore, their winery is called Middle Jane. And I love that story. I think it's terrific. But this is a Pinot Noir.
And this, we've had this before?
We have. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's one of those that would taste really good with a peppercorn steak.
Oh yeah. Well, it has a note of white pepper in it.
Yeah.
That's that spice you get at the end there. And you think about, and personally, I think coming up on the holidays, dressing that's got people, you use sage in dressing, and so I think this would go really well with that added, because this does have notes of cranberry and raspberry.
The cranberry you can really taste.
Yes.
It almost reminds me of a mulled wine.
Yeah.
Not quite as much spice.
No, but it has that little bit.
Yeah.
And it's just a really good wine. And so I think you would really enjoy it. And of course, it goes well with anything, like you said, you thought with the peppercorn steak. I think this would be a great wine to serve with Thanksgiving dinner, And since it had a little spice, I chose it there with the book I'm reviewing, Ali Hazelwood's Mate, because believe me, this is one spicy novel.
I remember the first one. I haven't had any time to read, but
oh my goodness. I would say on a scale of 1 to 5, this is most definitely a 4.
When it comes to spiciness.
And it's really trying to ramp itself up to like a 5. But, I mean, it's something in there, but it's a good storyline, and she's the author of Bride, and it's the sequel to Bride. But it's not about the character that was in Bride. It's about her best friend, the one she calls her sister. And of course, the bride is a vampire, but she's a werewolf. Or she's a partial werewolf anyway. And the story opens up with her running for her life in the woods from a vampire, because a hit has been put out on her, and so there's a bounty on her head, and for some reason she's not able to change into her wolf here, and there's a whole, she doesn't get back to wolf form till way toward the end of the book, and there's a whole thing that happens, and she ends up with a mate, and that's why it's called Mate. It's who her mate is, and he's a big.
And he was in the first book.
Yes,
too.
he was in the first book too. Best friends of the bride's husband, and anyway, it's just really good. It's their story about how he sacrifices. He recognizes her as his mate, and that's kind of comes out. We're talking page 1. It's after they, you find out the backstory there, and after that happens, you don't find out till way in the book there's a twist to this, her being his maid. It was not something I was expecting at all.
Ooh.
Yes, and it's and it has to do with what happened with previous alpha leaders and things like that. And so I'm not going to give it away, because when you finally find it out, you're like, say what? You got to be kidding me! This, and it will. When I tell you this book is spicy, and then you find out what the twist is, you're going to go, wow, that is just bizarre, But anyway, but it is a great story, and in the end, everything works out, because I like books with happy endings. It takes it a while to get there, though, and they go through a lot of mess, and they refer to her as a hybrid because she's part human and part werewolf. And that's one reason the bounty is on her head. They really want her alive because basically they want a lab rat, or a lab wolf in this case, to figure out, hey, how does this happen? How can we exploit this? How can we use it in the future? So, but definitely a 5-star read by Ali Hazelwood. She just never disappoints in her books. So if you're looking for something different, it was an easy read. I read it very quickly. So if you're looking for an easy read, but something that's very entertaining and a little bit of spice in there, get you a good wine and sit back and enjoy.
Yep.
Okay.
Guys, until next time.
Bye.
What are you reading and what are you drinking?